Well, good morning, everybody. And oh, Angie's in here. Lynn is in here. Happy New Year. I just had asked Angie how much snow they got, and she says the Weather Channel said about 1.5 inches. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Crazy snow. I talked to my youngest daughter early this morning, and she said it was 0 degrees in Rapid City. The wind was blowing, and she said it was cold. Lynn, Happy New Year. So this is the last live of 2022 or 21 because it's New Year's Eve. Mary's in here. Hi, Mary. How are you? Happy New Year. Mary, how is the weather where you are? Cold? Do you have any snow at all? I'm sure Lynn doesn't have any snow in Texas, but Angie has snow. And where my brother-in-law lives in North Dakota, yesterday it was like 23 below zero. That's not with the wind chill. That's just how cold it was. But I'm excited for 2022. And I think you have to look at years as books. And 2022 is a new book, or at least a new chapter for somebody. So let's just put those old chapters, all those things from the last 2 years, let's put them on the shelf. And let's start with a new chapter in our lives for 2022. Mary says that the snow melted, going to be cold on Saturday. Oh, it's going to be a low of 20 here tomorrow. I didn't think you got that cold, Lynn. So you'll have to bundle up, wear your hat. And what are you guys going to do for New Year's? Are you going to go out tonight? Here down at the clubhouse, we are, I guess every year they have games. So people bring games in. It's only for a couple hours. And it ends way before midnight here because they're old people. I'm old people. And they bring in snacks. There's music. They do have the big screen TV, so they'll watch New York because, you know, it's 2 hours different. So it'll get close. I mean, people could stay until the ball drops, which would be 10 o'clock our time, which wouldn't be terribly late or anything. And it says not usually because I had asked her if it was like that. I'm absolutely wearing my hat. Awesome. Mary says that she's listening while she's doing chores. Mary, I so appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything that you do for not just my channel, but for lots and lots of channels. We just love you to death. Lynn says that she's probably going to her best friend's house. Fall asleep before midnight. You know, when you're young, you always want to stay up till after midnight. But then you get older and it's, you know, it's fun, but most people don't do it. So what are the live this morning, the theme of it is what's going to happen in 2022? Not, you know, personally, on our homesteads, on the channel. I'd like to know what you guys are changing in this new chapter, this new book of 2022. And I'm gonna do some fun things. But one thing I am making today, and the video will be up later, is for tonight when we go to the clubhouse. And I am gonna make peanut butter bacon wraps. So I have some peanut butter and I have bacon that's unthawing on the counter. And then I'm going to chop up some honey roasted peanuts, mix that with the peanut butter, and then you put it on the bacon that's not cooked yet. Put it on, roll it up with a toothpick. I'm going to show you how to do the whole thing on a video this afternoon. And that's what I'm bringing. Of course, you know, I don't eat bacon, but everybody else usually does. And Joe will like it. And then I'm going to make some pinwheels. You know, you use a tortilla and cream cheese, and I'm going to take some different things out of the garden because I had my first red tomato yesterday. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. Hi, John. How are you? Happy New Year's. I hope you are having a great New Year's Eve today and that you're going to have just great new things on your channel for 2022. Lynn says that she's going to find a house. Think positively anyway. Lynn moved to Texas to be around family. And so she has been searching for a house to buy. So Lynn, there will be a perfect one for you. You know, sometimes we just have to wait for all those things to go together to get the perfect place. And Jake is in here. Good morning. Happy New Year's. I bet you those girls are excited to have 2022. John says, I made pot roast for today. I love pot roast. I do. One of the things I have done since we've been down here, and I've done this before, but I've done it quite a bit. They've had some really wonderful roasts on sale at the grocery stores. And so I've just taken them and sliced them, about three-fourths of an inch thick. And we've grilled them as steaks. They have been fabulous. So, you know, just an idea if you don't want to pay $6.97 for a steak or higher. Get a big roast that's on sale and get it a nice roast because some roasts aren't as good if you slice them for steaks. But it is an easy, inexpensive way to get some nice steaks. And you just take a big knife, decide how you want to cut them. It works really good. And then, like last time I bought 3 different roasts, sliced them all up, and then I just froze them 2 at a time so that when I could just unthaw them and take them out, and it was perfect. And look who is in here. Anne, good morning. Happy New Year's. And she's saying hi to her husband. Anne and Jake are married. They both have channels themselves, and sometimes they cross back and forth so that Jake's on Anne's channel, Anne's on Jake's channel, which I love. Nieces, morning wife. Lynn says, I'm making a ham. Couldn't pass a 6-pound ham for $5. That is an incredibly crazy price. Good for you. And Todd is in here. Good morning. Todd, Joe's over in the other room. He might pop over. But Joe put up some new lighting behind me. And I had them on earlier, but they're really bright. That's those little strips that are going across the ceiling. And I thought it was too bright for the live stream. So I just turned my circle lights on. So it's a little brighter behind me. So, but Todd, there is the package is coming your way. It was totally my fault. I went through all of because I always save my post office receipts. And Todd is one of my members, and he had gotten the card, but he hadn't got the package. And I thought, gosh, he should have had that package. And I went through them, and somehow, because I mailed them different days for all the members. And I must have thought I mailed it on one of the other days, but I hadn't. So I mailed it out to you. So Todd, totally my fault. My apologies. But hopefully you will get that today or Monday. And Sandy, we did the reindeer cookies yesterday. The girls loved them. Video coming up soon. Oh, good. They are just so fun to make. And, you know, the combination of peanut butter and the chocolate makes it kind of like a crunchy Reese's peanut butter cup. I'm glad the girls loved making them. So I will watch that video. That's awesome. And everybody's saying hi, 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 hi. Now, on Monday's video, I am actually having Gail from Gail Southern Living. She actually has 2 channels, Gail Southern Living, and she has Coupon Gail. And she tells you all these tricks that she does with couponing, which I love a good coupon. And so we're going to talk about her channels. We're going to talk about the new year and what's going forward on her channel, my channel, things that we're doing. So it should be really fun. She is a fantastic lady. And so I think you will really enjoy her. And if you haven't ever been to her channel before, I think you'll really find it interesting. Oh, Rem, hello. Rem, I got your card. I actually have it right here. Thank you very much. I love the front. I'm saving all the cards from everybody, and I'm going to do some projects next Christmas with all the cards I got this Christmas. So I'm totally excited. I'm glad you like the bird. Rem had one up bird on my live. I think it was my live stream. Yeah. And Jake is actually leaving us. He says he is going to insulate pipes. Getting chilly here. How cold will it get there, Jake and Ann, in your part of Texas? John says Gail is a great supporter too. She's really super sweet. She totally is. She's just, I have followed her channel for a long time. And so I'm excited that she's going to be on my live stream. And Happy New Year to you too, Jake. Oh, and it's going to be 19 degrees there. I don't think Texas should ever be 19 degrees. It doesn't seem logical to me. It just doesn't seem logical. It should be warmer always. Oh, on Sunday it's going to be 19 degrees. It is a pretty card, and I think some of Christmas cards are probably some of the most magnificent cards that you can receive. It's just amazing how the myriad of different types of Christmas cards there are. Ann says North Texas will get colder. Here in the Gulf Coast, just below freezing. Okay. That's interesting. I want to show you a little thing that I did this morning that I put on my Instagram, and I dropped it over on my Facebook page too, but it was fun to make. I have a thing with Canva. Anybody that's a YouTuber or does Instagram, stuff like that, they should get set up with Canva. Because the interesting thing, even if you just take the free part of it, it does all kinds of stuff for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all kinds of stuff. So this is my little New Year's thing that I did. It took me maybe 4 minutes to do. But I just thought it was so fun because they have a lot of things that are animated. And then they have a lot of templates that you can, change the words, but you still get the animation. So I just thought it was kind of fun. So Happy New Year, everybody. Now Lynn says 75 degrees, I'm assuming, this past Monday, 20 tomorrow. Oh, that sounds like Wyoming weather. Yeah. That's a big change. That is really tough on trees. When, like back home in Wyoming, if it's a day and it goes from 70 degrees down to 20 degrees in one day, it is so hard on the trees. And there's a lot of die-off because of it. And sometimes you don't see it for a month or two, and then all of a sudden the evergreens start dying on the ends, and they track it back to that day that it changed so quickly. So it's craziness. But Lynn says that it doesn't stay long. So that's good. Not like New Jersey. Yeah, see, that's like Wyoming. It is freezing cold today. But last week it was in the 60s and stuff. Sue, Happy New Year to you. Fabulous. See, that's me, Rim. When I think Texas, I don't think cold at all. Because I used to have a friend that lived in Texas, and really pretty northern Texas. And she would send me pictures of her roses in the wintertime, just because she knew that it was just like craziness. And Todd says it's going to be 83 degrees. Todd, you have a lot of humidity there, though, don't you? So it'll probably even feel warmer than that. Oh, Lynn says that her art instructor recommends Canva. It is really a great program, really easy to use, and take the free part of it. You know, they have a part that you can pay for too, but it's great. And Angie says the plow just went through. Now, if you haven't seen my new space here, let me show that to you. And we organized the whole closet. Joe put new lights up for me. On the curtains and on the closet behind me, I put in matching curtains. I love it. And in the video, you don't see the new lighting because he did that yesterday, but I just love the space. So I'm very happy for it. It makes me feel really creative. Yesterday, I made chickens, fused glass chickens. So they're in the kiln. They were too hot. I wanted to show you guys this morning, but the kiln wasn't, I just couldn't open it up yet. It was just too hot still. And look who's here. And Homestead, Happy New Year. How are ya? I hope you're having a great day and that you guys have a fabulous New Year. Joe's looking in. What are you doing, Joe?
I was going to turn the light on.
No, it's too bright.
Well, then
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, they can see it in the video. Say hi to everybody. Come say hi. Here's Joe.
Happy New Year, everyone. Angie, get out there and get that sidewalk done.
Anne says, I received my prize. Yes.
Yeah.
I hope you love it.
Yeah, it's crazy to deal with that cold weather down south. That's no good. No good at all.
Anne and I are peas in a pod. So she's saying Happy New Year's to my pea in the pod. Because we like so many of the same things. And she can still garden. I'm still gardening. It's fabulous. People are telling you Happy New Year.
Hi, Sue. Hi, Mary.
Oh, Judy. Hello.
Judy.
How are you? Happy New Year.
Judy.
I have to tell you a story. Remember that movie? I think it was Cary Grant. In one part, he goes, Judy, Judy, Judy. My sister loved that so much. And, you know, we used to share a room when we were little. And she wouldn't go to sleep. And she'd go, you have to say it. You have to say it. And I had to go, Judy, Judy, Judy. So, so we had to, you know, we just did that for, I don't even know how many years we did that. And then I got this card from her, maybe a year or two ago. She had a sticky note in there and it said, Judy, Judy, Judy. It was awesome.
Happy New Year, Lynn.
So Judy, thanks for reminding me of those memories. So that was I just love that. So I hope you have a great New Year's, Judy. And Mary saying hello. Oh, Lynn, you ordered one of those racks. I like it. You can put so many. In fact, you can put easily 12 on each shelf. So that's 36 cans in that little tiny space. It is fabulous.
What was that? Looks Russian.
I don't know, but a lot of times when it has those, they are you have to block them. They're usually scammers then when they have that weird, when they're doing a thing, letters. So sorry if you're not a scammer. I'm sorry that I blocked you because, you know, it's just one of those things. Lynn says hi. I love Cary Grant, his voice. I think it is. It's just like nobody else's voice. You can hear a movie in the background and you hear him talk and it's like, oh yeah, it's Cary Grant. Lynn says her pantry is so small that it will help. Well, that's here our pantry is so small. Back home, our pantry is so big. But I had seen those on something. I can't remember if it was an ad or what it was. And that shelving unit is just perfect for pantries. Hedgehog Homestead, how are ya? I was just watching one of your videos yesterday. And Happy New Year. So if you see people in the chat and you haven't gone to their channel before, check them out. The chat will be in the replay anyway. So if you don't want to do it right now, you can do that. But I think you will enjoy Hedgehog Homestead. And I have been one of their subscribers not that long. I think maybe a month, 2 months. But check them out. You will enjoy them. Now, things, I guess goals for 2022. I'm going to have some new 15-second shorts in January. I have a list of ideas. And I've really liked doing those 15-second shorts, though it usually takes me 7-8 times to do it, before I get all the words correctly in 15 seconds. I'll talk too slow. I'll talk too fast. It's just those crazy things. Hi, Elfie Smith. How are you? Merry Christmas. Oh, not Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Sometimes. Joe's got my live stream going on the computer out there. And so I'm talking and then I hear myself talking. It's like delayed about a second and a half. It's crazy. Oh, Todd says his heat index is 91 because it's going to be 83 where he lives.
Hey, Todd.
Yeah.
I better go turn that down.
Joe's going to go turn that down because I can hear it. And it's weird when you're talking and then you hear yourself talk the same words. It's totally weird. So on some of my videos, I started doing a little clip. And I want to know what you guys think about it. I usually put music behind it, but this one won't have any music behind it. But I'm going to add it to the stream. And usually on my lives, I slow it down. But I wondered what people thought about it. If it was something that that people would like, I'm going to play it one more time because it went pretty fast. But on my live stream, actually on a live stream or on a regular one, I put it in slow motion. So it's much slower as it goes through. But I just thought it was kind of maybe a different thing to do besides, doing the little subscribe buttons or heart buttons and things like that. Well, hello. WD Block and Roll. I have not been over to your channel for a while and I need to go back over there. I hope you had a great Christmas, you and your family, and that you are excited about 2022. And he has some great content, interesting content. So I think he would be somebody that you guys should go over and check out too. And I like his YouTube channel name. People are really innovative when it comes to channel names. And I always like that.
Got rain last night.
Oh, I'm supposed to tell you, we got rain last night because it doesn't rain much in Yuma, Arizona. And in fact, this morning it was still raining. Now, rain here and rain back home are two different things. People go, oh, it rained last night. Yeah. Joe went out this morning and it was about 1/8 of an inch. Woo-hoo. But there was some puddles on Mom and Dad's driveway. Ann says, I really like that. It grabs my eye. Thank you very much. Andy says she likes it. Good. There's some good feedback. I wasn't really sure. I had added it on a few of the videos, but I don't add it on all the videos. But I think, John, you're right. It's good to try different things, see what what people like, what they don't like. And you're right. Rain is a treat here. I guess in the summertime, because we're not here in the summertime. Sometimes they do have monsoons like they do in Phoenix. But some years Yuma doesn't have any. In fact, I was talking to a gal that lives around the corner, and she said the first year that they lived here, because they live here year round, for 18 months it didn't rain one time. 18 months. That is just craziness. Well, Tony, Happy New Year. Tony lives over the pond. He lives over in Scotland. So happy New Year. When we're in Wyoming, because right now we're in Arizona for the winter, we live in Gillette, Wyoming. It's the northeast corner of Wyoming. We've lived there for 17 years, something like that. It's been a long time. And it's Treasures. Happy New Year to you too. Welcome. Thanks for coming into the live stream. If you haven't already done the thumbs up, that helps me with the analytics of YouTube. So I appreciate that. This Monday morning, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, I am on the program that's called Around the Hay Bale. Around the Hay Bale. And it is 5 channels. They do this live stream. They bring a channel, or a person, wouldn't necessarily be a channel, but somebody that they're going to talk to. And we're going to talk about gardening and stuff. And then the day after, so Tuesday, it goes as podcasts onto all kinds of places, Apple and all these different podcast places. And so I was so excited that they asked me to be on it. And so this is the commercial that they made for me being on it.
Next time on Round the Hay Bale, Sandy from the YouTube channel Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona, joins us as our special guest host.
It's a new year and a new hay bale.
We'll be chatting with Sandy on all the homesteading things.
Also asking the controversial question, when is it too early to start planting?
So grab a cup of joe and tune in next week for Round the Hay Bale.
Hey, y'all, hey!
Isn't that fun? I'm just totally stoked about being on it. So if you're not doing anything at 8 o'clock Monday morning, Mountain Standard Time, I will be on it. It runs about an hour to hour and a half. So, and I've watched some of them. There's a lot of interaction, questions, all kinds of stuff. And so I think it can be really a great thing for a YouTube channel, people that want to garden or garden already, because there's a lot of experience with those 5 channels and then their guest. And they talk about all kinds of stuff. I am excited about it. Lynn says that she loves to listen to podcasts. Angie, that's in here, she loves podcasts. I think it could be fun. And from what I've read about podcasts, they're huge. They have just really, because like Lynn, you can do other things while you're listening. You got your earbuds in and you can do your stuff, where the video, you can listen and still do stuff, because sometimes I do that. But you're just, you get the whole thing just through the earbuds. And so I'm excited just to have that experience with them. So I hope that you guys do that. Now today, I already talked about my video that's coming up with the peanut butter bacon wraps. I might show a little bit of my pinwheels when I'm making those too, because those are all going for tonight. I'm doing a video on my updated vine garden. The corn is over 6 feet high. It's tasseling. It's making corn. Totally excited. Got my first red tomato yesterday. Yummy. And there's lots and lots of tomatoes out there. So once, that very first one starts to ripen, then it seems to be this chain reaction in all kinds of them. And they're still flowering like crazy. So I'm still using my electric toothbrush because I vibrate the back of that tomato flower. The pollen drops 1/4 of an inch and it pollinates it, because a tomato is one of those plants that don't need bees. In fact, a bee really can't pollinate. Bumblebee can somewhat, just because they vibrate so much when they're on the flower. But a tomato flower has both the male and the female, and the pollen just has to drop 1/4 of an inch. So that's why it's wind pollinated, or I use the electric toothbrush. So if you have a problem with not getting a lot of tomatoes on your tomato plants, go to the dollar store and get a electric toothbrush. I just put it on the back of the flower. You just walk around every day and just vibrate them. If you vibrated it the day before, it doesn't matter. I'm not keeping track of which one I did and didn't do. I'm just going around and vibrating all of them. You get a ton of tomatoes. And that's the whole purpose of having it. You want a ton of tomatoes. Is anyone on the podcast from 9A region? Or 9B region? I don't know. But we're in Wyoming or in Arizona all winter long. And we are usually, depending on what they tell us for a Yuma, because I've read lots of different things, we're really like I can grow things all the way up to 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can grow all kinds of stuff. And so that's been a learning experience because Wyoming is where in my part of Wyoming is a 4B. And here I'm 10, 11, 12. I grow lots of things that are 9B. So it's interesting, but I'm not sure some of the channels I'm not as familiar with. So I don't want to say yes, somebody does, because I'm not really sure. And says, that is just amazing how our climate is so different and you're growing such wonderful gardens in December. I know it. I am just, last year we didn't get here until after Thanksgiving. And so then I planted. But really when we came in October instead, the weather was so nice and warm and the plants just took off and they have just really just thrived. Now this week it's cooler, 60s. But Yuma only really has a chance of frost for 2 weeks in a year. My dad says he's seen it frost twice in 20 some years of being down here. Oh, and Anne says she doesn't think any of them are 9B. Okay. Yeah. See, I wasn't sure. I am subscribed to 4 of them. And the gentleman, he's a new channel for me. So I was going to go over and check him out and subscribe to him too. But totally excited about being on their live and then it becoming a podcast. I am doing a video this weekend on, I have all of this at home too, but I didn't have it down here. And so I needed it. This is what they call a capsule machine. Joe takes activated charcoal. He has a sensitive stomach. And so when it acts up, he takes activated charcoal. And you can buy the caplets yourself, in the store, and you get I don't know, 50 of them in a bottle or whatever. But it is way more economical to make your own. And this little machine is the bomb. So I'm going to do a video on how you do it. But it's a nice thing if you want to take some herbs that are really unpleasant to the taste, because you can make some teas that are really good for you for certain situations. But they just taste horrible. So if you put them in a caplet, you just swallow them and, it dissolves. It's vegetable caplets and it just dissolves. And then you get those nutrients that you were looking for. So I needed to make some more activated charcoal ones because we brought some down, but Joe is getting a little low on them. And I thought I'm going to buy the little machine for down here also. And you can put all kinds of stuff now. Angie uses the caplets to take honey and garlic. You can put all kinds of stuff in those little caplets. And Angie and I together have made garlic honey. And it's really good for you. It's really powerful to take a spoonful. So if you put it in a caplet, it works great. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And wow, that's crazy. I can't imagine throwing stuff in December other than kale and things like that. Well, the nurseries around here are just packed with plants right now. It is just amazing the things you can grow in Yuma, Arizona in the wintertime. And like I planted roses, a month ago? And they're just amazing. Try the honey before you put it in there. How do you do that? Angie, see, you could do a video on how you put the little honey in there. in the little caplets. Awesome. Today is elderberry syrup making day using your recipe. Oh, that is such a good recipe. Elderberry syrup, I mean, it builds up your immune system. It does so many things. I have a video about it, and you can go onto the channel and in the search, just say elderberry syrup, and you can watch it. It's just amazing. Anne says, tell Nightbot I'm a nice person. It doesn't want to drop my link. Nightbot is a crazy thing. Nightbot is supposed to be showing all of my members, and Anna's one of my members, so I apologize. It decides when it wants to do it, and for the longest time, it wouldn't do Doug, and now all of a sudden it does Doug all the time. I don't understand there. Well, we were just talking about your podcast. Hi there. How are you? I am so excited about Monday and being on your guys' stuff. So I'm totally stoked. In fact, I just showed your commercial just a second ago. I was on your live last night. You were not there. Your husband was there. But it was a fun live, and so that was very cool. To answer the question, I put a straw in it so that they can put it together. She uses a straw, but I think she needs to do a video on how she does it. That's what I think. Lynn says, I can't wait for your salve. The last of my herbs are supposed to be here on Sunday, which is a weird day for FedEx to deliver. But that's what I got an email and said that's what it said. She says that her skin is dry here. Yeah, because Florida is so much more humid than your part of Texas. So when we came down to Arizona, I really noticed my skin being drier. Wyoming is dry, but it does have a little more humidity than Yuma, Arizona. So it's interesting how your skin is affected by the humidity just in the air, because you're really not changing your diet at all. You're going just from one place to the other. But I really think it's the humidity in the air that really can dry your skin out. John says, I take cinnamon caplets for blood sugar maintenance. I wonder if that machine will work with cinnamon. Oh, of course it will. Yeah. And you can get, there's 2 different sizes. Now, my one back home is a 00, and this one's a 0. I just thought if I was buying another one, I might as well do the other size too. And the caplet size is just slightly different. It's totally up to you. But, and Monica says, oh, yay, I'm so excited about Monday. I think it would be great fun. I'm totally stoked. I was telling everybody earlier that I was totally stoked about the Monday one. And, oh, you got there at the end. I was probably on for like a half hour or something. So I missed you when you got in. But it was a fun live. It was interesting. And they were talking about fruit trees and vegetables and all kinds of stuff. I started on my eyelids only, then under my eyes, then my forehead. That's interesting. Oh, I'm going to show you something. My friend always goes and gets eyelashes. She's, I love her. She's kind of high maintenance. But she always gets manicures and pedicures, and she gets eyelashes. So yesterday, I went with her. Now, I have never done this before. And I didn't tell Joel where I was going. I said, I'm going with Shelby. Where are you going? I'm just going. I'm not telling you where I'm going. How long you be gone? Well, I don't know, a couple hours. So look at, I got eyelashes. See? I'm totally so excited. They're so weird. They rub on my glasses all the time. But I guess they last for about a month. That's what the gal told us. It's like so out of character for me to go do something like that. But it was fun. Monica, it's totally fun. And we have our New Year's Eve party at the clubhouse tonight, but then next Saturday they have a 50s party. It's Elvis party, I think they call it. And so they have what Elvis always had: cheeseburgers, french fries, and a shake. And so that's what they're serving is cheeseburger, french fries, and shake. And I am going to make myself a poodle skirt. So I thought the eyelashes would be perfect. But actually, when I first got home and I'm looking in the mirror, I thought it made my eyes look like a meme, like how you're on your Facebook and you can make eyelashes on your eyes. That's what I thought. It was so fun. Totally out of character for me. But I did used to say when I was younger, give me a pair of Levi's and mascara and I'm set. I didn't really think you had to have other makeup as long as you had mascara. So, but I just thought it was fun. It was whimsical and, why not? So, but my salve video, since I'm getting the last of the herbs on Sunday, I'll do that at the beginning of next week. And then I'll have some of the salve available. So, but it is amazing salve. I first just started making it for cuts and bruises, and I found that because all the herbs in it are healing herbs, if you put it on too soon, it can literally close up a deep cut faster than it can start to heal inside. So you have to be careful on a deep cut. But then people started telling me all these things that they did with the salve. And I just kept getting people that said, I want to buy your salve, and I didn't really have any available. So I decided that was a area that maybe I should explore. So I'm going to make some, and I'm going to put it on the Etsy store and on my webpage, and we'll just see, I think it's great salve. I've given it away to some different YouTube channels for them to try before, and they've always liked it. So that's a video that's coming up. I am going to add a new playlist in 2022, and I'm calling it Gardening from Arizona to Wyoming. And it's things that you can use in both places. Techniques you can use in both places. If you're having a garden in the summertime or if you're having a garden in the wintertime. Because I have my playlists that are gardening in Wyoming. I have just a playlist that has just general gardening and then gardening in Wyoming or in Arizona. But I wanted to show what things that you could do both places in different seasons. So that's what I thought I would do. Ram, I don't, but I am going to the secondhand store to find the skirt, and then I'm going to do an applique of the poodle. And so I'm hoping that I might be able to find some saddle shoes, because I had saddle shoes in high school when I was a cheerleader. That's what we wore. I love those, but I never see them anymore. And I'm probably online. I could probably find them, but I might not be able to find them by this next weekend. What is my store? Just a second. Let me put a banner up there. And that's the link. It's called Fused Glass Artwork. So it's, and it's actually Fused Glass Artwork and more. I've added to the title, but it doesn't change the link. So that's, Monica, I'm going to do the video and I'm going to tell you exactly how to make it. I mean, I certainly can send it to you, but if you decide you want to make it, it's not difficult. It does take 3 days to cook in a crock pot, but it is not hard to do. And so I'm going to show how to make it. So if people want to make it, it's fabulous. They can make it themselves too. If they don't, I'll have some of them available. So it's just something I'm going to try for 2022. I have my goals for January on my refrigerator. I broke it down in weeks and I broke it down in days. And so I can just check it off. Oh, my bestest friend. Steph, how are you? Happy New Year. Love you too. Steph is in Colorado and they are having horrible fires there right now. And it's north of where she lives. But last night, I haven't looked at it this morning, but last night it was almost 600 homes that were burned to the ground. The video was just horrifying that I was watching. So Steph, stay safe, and I'm going to have to pull up and see what's happening, and hopefully the winds have died down. They had really strong winds, and I think that was part of the problem with the fire spreading so fast. Audrey, happy New Year to you. Thanks for stopping in. I hope that everybody in the chat has just a fabulous New Year. And Steph's saying, it's horrible, just up the road from where I live. She says love, but I'm sure she meant live. And I guess the smoke is everywhere down in Denver. But to lose your home, and that many people to lose their home right at Christmas time and the New Year, it's just horrible. And so my heart really goes out to them. So I'm sure there'll be some fundraising things that maybe we can help with to help some of those people. And it's just devastating for them. And I just feel, my heart just goes out for them, and a lot of prayers. So it's horrible. But I hope you are looking forward to 2022. It was Boulder. And, they don't really think of grass fires and major fires in that area. That's just not something people worry about. And it has been just horrible. You can see a lot of videos online on what's happening, and, what help is starting to come in and stuff like that. So it's horrible. Oh, Rem, thanks so much. Rem, in the kiln today are chickens. And I did a rooster that has a stake so you can put it right into the garden or a pot. I did a whole bunch of different kinds that you can hang, so you can hang them on your tomato cage or from a window or whatever. But it was too hot. I couldn't open it up yet this morning. But the video will be up later on my other channel, my Fuse Glass channel. So I'm hoping that they turn out how I envision them, And I wish I could just pop pictures up on the live stream, but I have to save them differently as a PDF kind of thing. And so I should have done that earlier today, but I didn't. And Steph is looking forward to 2022. Looking forward to you, Sam. Awesome. I really had to, I like lists and I like things in compartments. And so it's easy for me to put 20 and 21 in a compartment, and I am going to put that on the shelf. And 22 is going to be a new book, a new chapter. I think it can be, let's move on. Let's do some great things in 2022. See, that is good. Because we can help and donate in a lot of different ways. Not necessarily money all the time, but they will need things. They will need all kinds of stuff. And so that's a great thing to do, to donate. How did you make the mini shepherd's hook on my glass birdhouse? All it is, it's so easy. You just cut yourself a length of the copper wire, because it's thick copper wire. You buy it in a roll like at Home Depot. I'm sure Lowe's and all those places have them. You just go in the electrical part of those stores, and they have a roll, and I think I buy it in 25 feet. Maybe it's 50 feet. And so you have to stretch it out, and then you just bend it like a shepherd's hook. It's really easy to bend, and it's perfect for hanging little pieces of fused glass in pots, and it's very easy to do. You could easily do it, Lynn. I'm totally excited about, especially the rooster. It has lots of fun, funky colors. In fact, a lot of the chickens that I did have weird, crazy colors. So I hope they turn out like they look. So Steph says, new chapters. I can't wait to see what you have in store, Sandy. Maybe I can get a microwave kiln. See, when you do your microwave kiln, since you live in an apartment, I would take it outside, and I would do it outside on your deck, just because there's a lot of odors. And it's not the glass that actually makes the odors. It's usually the paper, and the kiln itself has it emits a smell. I mean, it's not horrible, bad. You could do it inside, but I do mine outside down here, and back home I do it in my art room that's a shed outside, and I leave the door open. Rem says, I decided my words for 2022: love, positivity, and kindness. Those are great things. You know, I often pray that today I don't do anything to harm someone, because our words can harm people way more than anything. So if we have that idea of positivity and love and kindness, those are great. Those are great goals for 2022. They're amazing. Now, one last thing before I go. This is my book I'm doing for Joe. It's a journal. I'm not going to say much because I think he's still watching over in the other room. And it's top secret. But you can see my video about it. And I'm so excited. Steph, you have to have a microwave that you do not use for food, because when it emits those odors, it's actually chemicals that adhere to the inside walls of a microwave. So you just have to make sure that you never put food in there. So like for down here, I bought a new microwave, but then I decided I just use the old microwave for the microwave kiln, and I'd use the new one for my food. So if you're going to buy one, use your old one unless you're going to just get a little tiny one or something, and you don't want to replace your big microwave or something. I hope everybody has a fabulous New Year's. You're careful. If you go out, have a designated driver, just be safe. I hope you join me Monday morning for Around the Hay Bale with my interview with the 5 channels. And I just think, woohoo, so fun. Monday night, I have Gail from Gail's Southern Living and Coupon Gail, because she has crazy fun ideas with coupons. Oh, Nisi's here. Nisi, hello. Happy New Year. So I hope you join me and Gail on Monday night. So that should be extremely fun. And I mean, we like a lot of the same things, gardening and all kinds of stuff. And I love a good coupon. Look forward to all the different things for 2022. If you are a channel, I hope you have great things planned for your channel for 2022. And we just move YouTube to a higher level, and it is just spectacular. So everybody, I hope you have a great day. I have to go over to the clubhouse at 11 and decorate for New Year's Eve party. And I will see everyone. Oh, Jeannie, before I go, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely New Year's. Look forward to 2022. Put all those things from 21 and 20 up on the shelf, and let's go forward. Everyone, love you. Thank you so much for everything. Bye, everybody.